is Savardis. He's on the move, and they're going to look for Savardis in the corner. Touchdown!
Rowan heading for the touchpad with the lead, and the Profs will take the men's 400-yard freestyle relay.
Andrews will be in shotgun. He takes the snap, fakes the handoff. He'll throw it down the left sideline. He's got a wide open receiver. He's got the touchdown.
Oakley moving in. Sends one on goal, and he scores!
And it is a power play goal.
Back to pass, middle of the field. The catch is made by Britt. She's off to the races at the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. Britt is in for the score.
Back on in, here's Yoxon. Yoxon to the backhand, trying to go to the front, makes the move and shot, and he scores!
Smith delivers. That's it back toward the mound. Weiss has it in short. He steps on second, and the ball game is over. Massapequa Coast has won the 2023 New York State Little League Baseball Championship.
Less sides to call today. Just the scratch. Yeah, more than yesterday. Oh my god. And hotel air conditioning. Right. Hotel air conditioning is just like awful. I'm all like stuffy from the air conditioning. Ugh. thank you to all of our fans out there watching the live broadcast of our prelims this morning for our women's 1 meter and men's 3 meter for our 2024 Metropolitan Championship here at Rutgers University. Competing teams in diving this morning will be Hessen University, Maine Maritime Academy, and Roberts Wesleyan University. We'll get started in about 9 minutes.
Joining us for the live broadcast of the 2024 Metropolitan Diving Prelims for women's 1 meter and men's 3 meter this morning. Competing teams are from Husson University, Maine Maritime Academy, and Roberts Wesleyan University. We'll get started in just a few minutes. Men's 3 meter prelims. Your diving order for this morning for the women: from Husson University, Joey Ramsdell; from Maine Maritime Academy, Natasha Kopek; from Roberts Wesleyan University, Emma Dickub; from Husson University, Lily Butler; from Husson University, Riley Mahoney; and from Maine Maritime Academy, Emmy Brondum. Your men's 3 meter order for this morning: from Roberts Wesleyan University, Jack D'Ambrosia; from Husson University, Matthew Steeves; from Husson University, Spencer Bernat; and from Roberts Wesleyan University, Will Rugeber. Beginning round 1 for the women. Joey, 102C, forward somersault tuck, difficulty 1.4. Judges' scores: 5.5, 5.5, 5.5, 5.5, 6. Perfect. It'll move on automatically. Natasha, 103B, forward, 1.5 somersault pike, difficulty 1.7. Judges' scores: 6, 6, 6, 5.5, 5.5. Emma, 104B, forward, 2 somersaults pike, difficulty 2.3. Judges' scores: 5.5, 6, 6.5, 5.5, 6.5. Lily, 103B, forward, 1.5 somersault pike, difficulty 1.7. Judges scores 6, 6.5, 6, 6, 6. Riley, 103B, forward, 1.5 somersault, pike, difficulty 1.7. Judges scores 6, 7, 6.5, 7, 7.
And then 2 sevens.
Oh, you double tap the same number I guess you have.
Good to know.
I don't know.
You learned the trick.
Emma, 101C, forward dive, tuck, difficulty 1.2. Judges scores 6.5, 7, 6, 6.5, 6.5. Beginning round 1 for the men. Jack, 113B, forward flying, 1.5 somersault, pike, difficulty 1.8.
Makes it a whole lot easier.
Judges scores 6.5, 6, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5. Matthew, 103B, forward, 1.5 somersault, pike, difficulty 1.6.
Go, Matt.
Judges scores 5.5, 5.5, 5.5, 5.5, 4.5. Spencer, 103B, forward, 1.5 somersault, pike, difficulty 1.6. Judges scores 6, 6, 6.5, 7, 6. Will, 203C, back, 1.5 somersault, tuck, difficulty 1.9. Judges scores 6, 7, 7, 7, 7. Beginning round 2 for the women. Joey, 5121D, forward somersault, half twist, difficulty 1.7. Judges scores 5.5, 6.5, 5.5, 6.5, 6. Natasha, 302B, reverse somersault, pike, difficulty 1.7. Judges scores 6, 5, 6, 6.5, 6. Emma, 105C, forward, 2.5 somersault tuck, difficulty 2.4. Judges scores 6.5, 6.5, 5.5, 6, 5.5. Lily, 104C, forward, 2 somersaults, tuck, difficulty 2.2. Judges scores 6.5, 6, 6.5, 5.5, 6. Riley, 104B, forward, 2 somersaults, pike, difficulty 2.3. Judges scores 6, 7, 6.5, 7, 7. Emma, 103C, forward, 1.5 somersault, tuck, difficulty 1.6. Judges scores 6.5, 7, 6.5, 7, 6. Beginning round 2 for the men. Jack, 105B, forward, 2.5 somersault, pike, difficulty 2.4. Judges scores 6.5, 6.5, 7.5, 7, 7. Matthew, 5132D, forward, 1.5 somersaults, 1 twist, difficulty 2.1. Judges scores 5.5, 6, 6, 6, 5.5. Spencer, 5132D, forward, 1.5 somersaults, 1 twist, difficulty 2.1. Judges scores 5.5, 6, 6.5, 6.5, 6. Will, 303C, reverse, 1.5 somersault, tuck, difficulty 2.0. Judges scores 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 7, 6.5. Beginning round 3 for the women. Joey, 302C, reverse somersault, tuck, difficulty 1.6. Judges scores 7, 7.5, 6.5, 7, 7. Natasha, 401B, inward dive, pike, difficulty 1.5. Judges' scores, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 6.5, 7.5. Emma, 303C, reverse, 1.5 somersault tuck, difficulty 2.1. Judges' scores, 4.5, 5, 5.5, 5, 5. Lily, 302C, reverse somersault tuck, difficulty 1.6. Judges' scores, 5, 5.5, 5.5, 6, 6. Riley, 303C, reverse 1.5 somersault tuck, difficulty 2.1. Judges' scores, 6.5, 6.5, 5.5, 6.5, 6.5. Emma, 202A, back somersault straight, difficulty 1.7. Judges' scores, 5.5, 5, 6, 6, 5. Beginning round 3 for the men. Jack, 403B, inward 1.5 somersaults, pike, difficulty 2.1. Judges' scores, 6, 5.5, 6, 6.5, 6. Matthew, 302C, reverse somersault tuck, difficulty 1.7. Judges' scores, 6, 7, 7, 7, 7. Spencer, 304C, reverse 2 somersaults tuck, difficulty 2.1. Judges' scores, 6, 5.5, 6, 5.5, 5.5. Will, 105B, forward 2.5 somersault pike, difficulty 2.4. Judges scores 6.5, 7, 7.5, 7.5, 7. Beginning round 4 for the women. Joey 202C, back somersault tuck, difficulty 1.5. Judges scores 6, 6.5, 7, 6, 7. Natasha 202A, back somersault straight, difficulty 1.7. Judges scores 6.5, 7.5, 7, 6.5, 7. Emma 203B, back 1.5 somersault pike, difficulty 2.3. Judges scores 7, 6.5, 6.5, 5.5, 6.5. Lily 401B, inward dive, pike, difficulty 1.5. Judges score 6.5, 6.5, 6, 6, 6.5. Riley 5231D, back 1.5 somersaults, half twist free, difficulty 2.1. Judges scores 6, 4, 5, 5.5, 5. Emma 5221D, back somersault, half twist, free, difficulty 1.7. Judges scores 6, 5.5, 6.5, 6, 6.5. Beginning round 4 for the men. Jack 303C, reverse 1.5 somersault, tuck, difficulty 2.0. Judges scores 6, 5.5, 6, 5.5, 5.5. Matthew 201B, back dive, pike, difficulty 1.8. Judges scores 6, 5.5, 6.5, 6.5, 5.5. Spencer, 204C, back 2 somersaults, tuck, difficulty 2.0. Judges scores 6, 5, 5.5, 5, 4.5. Will, 403B, inward, 1.5 somersaults, pike, difficulty 2.1.
Will.
Judges scores 7, 7.5, 7.5, 7, 7.5. Beginning round 5 for the women. Joey, 401B, inward dive, pike, difficulty 1.5. Judges scores 6, 6.5, 6, 6.5, 7. Natasha, 52-23D, back somersaults, 1.5 twist, free, difficulty 2.3. Diver, please hold. Natasha, 52-23D, back somersault, 1.5 twist, free, difficulty 2.3. Judges scores 6.5, 8, 7.5, 7, 7. Emma, 51-22D, forward somersault, 1 twist, free, difficulty 1.9. Judges scores 6, 7, 7, 6, 7. Lily, 202A, back somersault straight, difficulty 1.7. Judges scores 5.5, 5.5, 5, 6, 6. Riley, 403C, inward, 1.5 somersaults, tuck, difficulty 2.2. Judges scores 6, 6, 5.5, 6, 6. Emma, 302C, reverse somersault tuck, difficulty 1.6. Judges scores 6.5, 6, 6.5, 6.5, 7. Beginning men's round 5. Jack 203C, back 1.5 somersault tuck, difficulty 1.9. Judges scores 6, 6, 5, 5, 6. Matthew 403C, inward 1.5 somersaults tuck, difficulty 1.9. Judges scores 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 7, 6.5. Spencer 403B, inward 1.5 somersaults pike, difficulty 2.1. Judges scores 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 7. Will 405C, inward 2.5 somersaults tuck, difficulty 2.7. Judges scores 6.5, 6.5, 7, 8, 6.5. Beginning round 6 for the women. Joey 103C, forward 1.5 somersault tuck, difficulty 1.6. Judges scores 5.5, 6.5, 5.5, 6, 6. Natasha 5224D, back 1 somersault, 2 twist free, difficulty 2.3. Judges scores 6, 4.5, 7, 5.5, 6. Emma, 403B, inward, 1.5 somersaults, pike, difficulty 2.4. Judges scores 7, 6.5, 7, 7, 8. Lily, 52-21D, back somersault, half twist free, difficulty 1.7. Judges scores 4.5, 4.5, 4.5, 5.5, 4.5. Riley, 203C, back, 1.5 somersault tuck, difficulty 2.0. Judges scores 5, 5.5, 5, 6, 6. Emma, 401C, inward dive, tuck, difficulty 1.4. Judges scores 6, 6, 5.5, 5, 5. Beginning round 6 for the men. Jack, 52-31D, back 1.5 somersault, half twist, free, difficulty 2.0. Judges scores 6, 6, 6, 6.5, 6.5. Matthew, 105C, forward, 2.5 somersault, tuck, difficulty 2.2. Judges scores 5.5, 6, 6, 6, 5.5. Spencer, 105B, forward, 2.5 somersault, pike, difficulty 2.4. Judges scores 6.5, 6.5, 7, 7, 7. Will 5132D, forward 1.5 somersaults, 1 twist, free, difficulty 2.1. Judges scores 5, 5.5, 7, 6, 6. Beginning round 7 for the women. Joey 201A, back dive, straight, difficulty 1.7.
Beautiful.
Judges scores 5.5, 6.5, 5.5, 6, 6. Natasha 102A, forward somersault, straight, difficulty 1.6. Judges scores 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 7. Emma 103B, forward 1.5 somersault, pike, difficulty 1.7. Judges scores 7.5, 8, 7, 7, 8. Lily 101A, forward dive, straight, difficulty 1.4. Judges scores 7, 7, 6.5, 6.5, 7. Riley 102A, forward somersault, straight, difficulty 1.6. Judges scores 6, 8, 7.5, 6, 6. Emma 102C, forward somersault, tuck, difficulty 1.4. Judges scores 6, 6, 6.5, 5.5, 5.5. Beginning round 7 for the men. Jack 101B, forward dive, pike, difficulty 1.5. Judges scores 7, 7, 7.5, 7.5, 7. Matthew 101B, forward dive, pike, difficulty 1.5. Judges scores 5.5, 5, 6, 5.5, 5. Spencer, 101B, forward dive pike, difficulty 1.5. Judges scores 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 7, 6.5. Will, 52-31D, back 1.5 somersaults, half twist free, difficulty 2.0. Judges scores 6.5, 7, 7, 7.5, 7. Beginning round 8 for the women. Joey, 52-21D, back somersaults, half twist free, difficulty 1.7. Judges scores 6, 7, 6, 7, 6.5. Natasha, 301C, reverse dive, tuck, difficulty 1.6. Judges scores 6.5, 6.5, 6, 5.5, 5.5. Emma, 301B, reverse dive pike, difficulty 1.7. Judges scores 7.5, 8.5, 8, 8, 8. Lily, 301A, reverse dive straight, difficulty 1.8. Judges scores 5, 4.5, 4, 5.5, 4. Riley, 51-22D, forward somersault, 1 twist free, difficulty 1.9. Judges scores 6, 7, 6.5, 6.5, 6. Emma, 201A, back dive straight, difficulty 1.7. Judges scores 6, 6, 6.5, 5.5, 5.5. Beginning round 8 for the men. Jack 401B, inward dive, pike, difficulty 1.4. Judges scores 6.5, 7.5, 7.5, 7, 7.5. Matthew 301B, reverse dive, pike, difficulty 1.9. Judges scores 5, 5, 5, 6, 4.5. Spencer 5231D, back 1.5 somersaults, half twist free, difficulty 2.0. Judges scores 6.5, 6.5, 6, 6.5, 6.5. Will 201B, back dive, pike, difficulty 1.8. Judges scores 7, 7.5, 8.5, 7.5, 8. Beginning round 9 for the women. Joey 301A, reverse dive straight, difficulty 1.8. Judges scores 4.5, 2, 4, 4, 4. Natasha 402C, inward somersault tuck, difficulty 1.6. Judges scores 7, 7.5, 8, 7, 8. Okay. Emma 201B, back dive, pike, difficulty 1.6. Judges scores 6.5, 9, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5. 7.5. Lily 51-21D, forward somersault, half twist free, difficulty 1.7. I have seen one at RET. It was 2 9s. Or maybe 2 8s, I don't remember. Judges' scores 6.5, 5, 6, 6.5, 6.5. Riley, 302B, reverse somersault pike, difficulty 1.7. Judges' scores 7, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5. Emma, 51-21D, forward somersault, half twist, free, difficulty 1.7. Judges' scores 5.5, 5, 5.5, 6, 4.5. Beginning round 9 for the men. Jack, 301C, reverse dive tuck, difficulty 1.8. Judges' scores 6.5, 6.5, 7, 6.5, 6.5. Matthew, 202A, back somersault straight, difficulty 1.8. Judges' scores 6, 5.5, 5, 5.5, 6. Spencer, 302B, reverse somersault pike, difficulty 1.8. Judges' scores 5, 5, 6, 5.5, 5. Will, 301B, reverse dive pike, difficulty 1.9. Judges' scores 5, 6, 6.5, 6.5, 5. Beginning round 10 for the women. Joey, 101A, forward dive straight, difficulty 1.4. Judges' scores 5.5, 5.5, 5, 5, 5. Natasha, 201A, back dive straight, difficulty 1.7. Judges scores 6.5, 6, 6, 6, 6.5. Emma, 52-23D, back somersault, 1.5 twist free, difficulty 2.3. Judges scores 6, 6.5, 7, 6.5, 7.5. Wrong one. There you go. Lily, 201A, back dive straight, difficulty 1.7. Judges scores 6.5, 6, 5.5, 6, 5. Riley, 201A, back dive, straight, difficulty 1.7. Judges scores 6, 6, 6, 6.5, 6.5. Emma, 402C, inward somersault, tuck, difficulty 1.6. Judges scores 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5. Beginning round 10 for the men. Jack, 201C, back dive tuck, difficulty 1.7. Judges scores 6, 5.5, 5.5, 6, 6. Matthew, 401B, inward dive pike, difficulty 1.4. Judges scores 6.5, 6.5, 7, 7.5, 6.5. Spencer, 202A, back somersault straight, difficulty 1.8. Judges scores 5, 6, 5.5, 6, 6. Will, 401B, inward dive pike, difficulty 1.4. Judges scores 7, 8, 8, 8, 8. Beginning round 11 for the women. Joey, 402C, inward somersault tuck, difficulty 1.6. Judges scores 1.5, 3, 2, 3, 2. Natasha, 5221D, back somersault, half twist free, difficulty 1.7. Judges scores 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 7. Emma, 401B, inward dive, pike, difficulty 1.5. Judges scores 7.5, 9, 7.5, 7, 8. Yep. 8. Lily, 402C, inward somersault tuck, difficulty 1.6. Judges scores 7, 7, 6, 7, 6. Riley, 401B, inward dive, pike, difficulty 1.5. Judges scores 7, 6, 6.5, 6, 6.5. Emma, 301C, reverse dive tuck, difficulty 1.6. Judges scores 5.5, 5.5, 5, 5.5, 5. Beginning the final round of men, Jack, 5132D, forward, 1.5 somersaults, 1 twist free, difficulty 2.1. Judges scores 6.5, 6, 7, 6, 6.5. Matthew, 5231D, back, 1.5 somersaults, half twist free, difficulty 2.0. Judges scores 6.5, 6.5, 6, 7, 6.5. Spencer, 401B, inward dive pike, difficulty 1.4. Judges scores 7, 6.5, 6.5, 7, 7. Will, 103B, forward, 1.5 somersault pike, difficulty 1.6. Judges scores 7, 7.5, 7.5, 8, 7.5. This concludes diving for the morning.